Similarly, when a strong base like sodium hydroxide is added to water, heat is produced. Mixing of an acid or a base with water, that is on dilution, dissociation of an acid or base into ion increases. More H plus aqueous or OH minus aqueous respectively are produced. So, but as the volume also increases, the concentration of H plus OH minus per minute unit also decreases. Like that, this is a reaction. HCl plus H2O. This is going to be made quite clear. Is it okay? So, my dear student, this is all about the today what happens when a concentrated solution of an acid or base diluted with water. Now I am going to teach you the some questions. No, and it should be the tomorrow class. I will teach you some questions also. There is the NCERT question. Page number 24. There is the NCERT question. NCERT questions. Question number 1. Question number 1 I am going to teach you. Why do HCl Why do HCl HNO3 etc. so acidic character, etc. so acidic character in aqueous solution, aqueous solutions of compound like alcohol, and glucose do not show acidic character, do not show acidic character. What is the reason for that? The question is asking why do HCl, HNO3, etc. show acidic character in aqueous solution of compound like alcohol and glucose do not show acidic character. While solution of compounds like alcohol and glucose do not show acidic character. The dissociation of HCl or HNO3. The dissociation of HCl or HNO3 from hydrogen ions always occur in the hydrogen ion always occurs in the presence of water, hydrogen ion, hydrogen H plus ions, that is the H plus ions, combine with H2O to form hydronium ion. Combine with H2O to form hydronium ion. So my dear student, it is going to be quite clear. That hydronium ions, that is S3, the same thing as we written here, S plus. So the reaction is as follows. The reaction is as follows. The reaction is what? HCl aqueous, that is going to H plus Cl minus, and the second reaction is H plus H2O, that is going to be H3O plus. So my dear student, although aqueous solution of glucose have the reaction is that why glucose and alcohol does not, although aqueous solution of glucose and alcohol contain, aqueous solutions of glucose and alcohol contains. What does they contain? Although aqueous solution of glucose and alcohol contain hydrogen, these cannot contain hydrogen. These cannot dissociate. These cannot dissociate. These cannot dissociate in water to form hydrogen ion. Dissociate in water to form hydrogen ion. Hydrogen ion. So what happens is, hence they do not show acidic character. Hence they do not show acidic. So my dear student, the question is asking that why do HCl, HNO3 etc. show acidic character in aqueous solution of compound like alcohol and glucose do not show acidic character? What is the reason behind that? The reason behind that, the dissociation of HCl or HNO3 from hydrogen ions always occur in the presence of water. Hydrogen ions combine with to form hydronium ion, and that is the reaction. HCl react with H plus NCl, H plus H2O, that is the H3O. Although aqueous solution of glucose and alcohol contains only hydrogen, these cannot dissociate. They are not going to dissociate in water to form hydrogen ion, hence they do not show acidic character. Question number second, why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? Question number second, just see the question number second. Why does an aqueous solution acid, why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? What is the reason behind that? That acid show acidic character in electricity. What is the reason behind that? Acid dissociates in aqueous. Acid dissociates in aqueous solution to form ion. It dissociates to aqueous solution. Acid dissociates in aqueous solution. In aqueous solutions to form ions. So my dear student, it is going to be quite clear. These ions are responsible for conductance of electricity. These ions are responsible for conduction electricity. It is going to be quite clear. Question number third, why does dry HCl does not change the color? Why does dry HCl gas do not change the color of the dry HCl gas do not change the color of the dry litmus paper, What is the reason behind that? The reason is that color of the litmus paper is changed by the color of the litmus paper is changed by the hydrogen ion. Is changed by the hydrogen ion. Is changed by the hydrogen ion. This is the main reason that for the changing of color. So my dear student, HCl gas does not contain H plus ion. HCl gas does not contain H plus ion. So this is the main reason. It is only in the aqueous solution. It is only in the aqueous solution. It is only in the aqueous solution. It is only in the aqueous solution that an acid dissociate to give. That an acid dissociates to give. Dissociates to give ions since in the case. Ions since in the case. Since in the case neither HCl in the aqueous form, neither HCl in the aqueous form, neither HCl in the aqueous, neither in the HCl, since in this case neither HCl is in the aqueous form, nor the litmus paper is wet, nor the litmus paper is wet. So this is the main reason, therefore the color of the litmus paper does not change. Therefore the color of the litmus paper, the color of the litmus paper does not change. Okay? Is it okay? So my dear student, why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? The acid dissociate in aqueous solution. Acid dissociate in aqueous solution to form ion. These ions are responsible for the conduction of electricity. And why does HCl gas does not change the color of the litmus paper? Color of the litmus paper is changed by the hydrogen ion. And HCl does not contain any hydrogen ion. It is only in the aqueous solution that an acid dissociate to give ion. Since in this case neither HCl in the aqueous form nor in the litmus paper is wet. Both are the reason. Neither HCl in the aqueous form or nor the litmus paper is wet. So therefore the color of the acid does not change. Question number 3 this is. And right now the question number 4 and 5. What is the question number 4 and what is the question number 5? I am going to teach you. The question number 4 and question number 5. Question number 4, while diluting acid, while dilution is an acid, it is recommended. While diluting an acid, while dilution acid, why is it recommended that the acid should be added to water? That the acid should be added to water and not water to the acid, and not water to the acid. What is the reason that? This is the simple, we have discussed before that. Since the process of dissolving an acid, since the process of dissolving an acid, since the process of dissolving an acid in water is exothermic, in water is exothermic reaction. It is always recommended that it is always recommended that acid should be added to water. That acid should be added to water. Acid should be added to water. If it is done the other way, if it is done the other way, if it is done the other way, then it is possible that because of the It is possible because of the large amount of heat generated. Large amount of heat generated during the chemical reaction. The mixture is placed out and causes burn. The mixture is placed out and cause burns. So it is the main reason that since the process of dissolving an acid in water is exothermic, and it is always recommended that acid should be added to water if it is done. If it is done that water is added to acid, it is possible because of the large amount of heat generated in the mixture is placed out and cause burn. How is the concentration of hydrogen ion? Question number 5. How is the concentration of H3O plus hydronium ions? How is the concentration of hydronium ions affected when a solution of affected when a solution of an acid is diluted, How is the concentration of hydronium ion is affected when an acid is diluted? When an acid is diluted. If you are going to dilute the acid, the concentration of hydronium ion, the concentration of H3O plus ions, hydronium ions, per unit volume decreases. Per unit volume decreases, and this means that the strength of the acid decreases. This means that the strength of acid decreases. This means that is the going to take that when an acid is diluted, the concentration of H3 ion per unit volume decreases. That means the strength of acid decreases. So the strength of acid is going to decreases when the water is added. And the last question, not the least, question number 6. And this is the last question of NCERT questions. And this is the last question of NCERT question. And these questions are from these questions. You are going to read these questions from the chapter. These questions are These questions you are going to read are from the page number 25. These questions are from the page number 25. NCERT questions. Page number 25. Question number 6. Question number 6 is that how is the concentration of hydroxide ions? How is the concentration of hydroxide ions? Hydroxide ions, that is the OH minus affected with, affected when excess base is dissolved. Affected when excess base is dissolved. Excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide. In a solution of sodium hydroxide. What is the reason? How is the concentration of hydroxide ion affected when excess base is dissolved in sodium hydroxide? The concentration of hydroxide ion would increase. The concentration of hydroxide ions would increase. The concentration of hydroxide ion would increase. It means OH minus ions would increase when excess base is dissolved in A. When excess base is dissolved in A. When excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide. Solution of sodium hydroxide. When excess base is dissolved in a sodium hydroxide. It means the question is asking how is the concentration of hydroxide ion OH minus affected when excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide. The concentration of hydroxide ion, would increase. They are going to increase when excess base is dissolved. When excess base is dissolved in a solution of sodium hydroxide. So it is quite clear. This is all about the today class. Keep watching my videos and be ready for the board examination. My dear student, this is Suraj Anand, chemistry wala and Suraj Anand teaching. I am going to teach you the chemistry, all the subjects and all the papers, and my crash course is going to be live from the number. Those students who want to join the class, please contact my number, that is the 91624 13917. Thank you for watching my video.